and welcome. I'm Mignon Grayson, your host, and this is the Sacred Mysteries Worldwide channel. Today, I wanted to bring a topic to you called The Art of Manifestation. The Art of Manifestation is a hot topic right now. A lot of people are talking about it. Online. I've seen it a lot online on Facebook, Instagram. It seems to be the focus of a lot of spiritual communities, which it should be, because it is a phenomenal subject matter, and it is also phenomenal in what it does for your life. Now, the one aspect of manifestation that isn't as widely spoken about is the fact that it is also a spiritual growth tool, because what happens with manifestation techniques, they are very spiritual. They're spiritual. They deal with energy. They deal with spiritual techniques. They deal with different. It also deals with the spiritual realm. So what happens is that you, in embarking upon manifestation techniques for the purpose of acquiring the things that you want, it is also going to require you to develop some spiritual tools. And that in turn will help you to grow spiritually and to advance spiritually. So it's sort of like the carrot that's dangled in front of the rabbit. It's like, come on, you want this, right? But at the end, at the end of the rabbit is, at the end of the carrot is something even more desirable, which is spiritual growth. In and of itself, spiritual growth is what we want as travelers on this path of life, because it brings much more sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. It puts you in alignment with your higher purpose. You are also in tune with nature more. You're in tune with other people more. You're in tune with all of life much more. So your advancement on the spiritual level increases your intuition. It increases your connection to the divine. All of that. So those are the really, really delicious benefits of manifestation. When you look at it in the scheme of things, a house compared to connection to the divine, compared to a sense of overall of comfort and power and calm and fulfillment. You could have a house and be totally unsatisfied. You can have a beautiful car but be totally unhappy, a nervous wreck, all kinds of things, emotional wreck. So many things could be going on because things in and of themselves do not fully satisfy you. They are nice little things to have along the way of life, comforts and all of that. Not we all, but a lot of people want them. And the beautiful thing about manifestation techniques is that they are right there with you. You don't need to acquire anything external in order to begin. You have everything that you need. And so this video will give you a sort of like a jump start, so you can kind of get your feet wet and take it from there. Now, the art of manifestation, or manifesting, is the process by which you intentionally acquire things things that you want in your life, things or circumstances that you want in your life, using energetic and spiritual tools. You are intentionally sending out energy and utilizing energy in order to attract and bring in these situations or these things that you desire. So the one unspoken part of manifestation that's less talked about is the spiritual benefit that you get from it. Along with utilizing these manifestation techniques, you start to grow spiritually, because using these techniques require you to go within and understand who you are as a spiritual being, understand the spiritual principles at work in your world and the spiritual realm in the universe. And it doesn't quite require deep understanding, but a working knowledge, so that you feel more connected to not only the things that you want to attract, but also to all the different areas of life. Manifestation techniques help you just kind of really deeply tap within. Go within and tap in to who you are as a spiritual being and what it is that you really want. Manifestation incorporates the law of attraction and these other energetic tools and practices under the umbrella of manifestation. Now, the law of attraction is wonderful. It's been talked about, I think, for the last 30, 40 years as a central topic in the spiritual arena in life. And it's even now, within corporate America and mainstream America, where I'm at in the U.S. But what is interesting about the law of attraction is that in its title it says the law of attraction. So you can attract what you want, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it won't manifest. So when you incorporate the process and the principles of manifestation, then it comes together with the law of attraction, and then you can bring in the thing that you really, really want in your life, henceforth manifestation or manifesting. So it's a little bit more of a connection when you're using manifestation techniques along with the laws of attraction. So let's get started. Oh, another thing I wanted to say is that in utilizing the techniques of manifestation and your spiritual development, it really also requires you to tap into your higher self. And to really, really get to understand the physical and non-physical realities of life. In order for you to manifest things in life, you really will have to begin to own and truly know who you are as an energetic being and a spiritual being. So it really requires a lot of work, but it's not hard, so don't get scared off. It's not hard work, but it is a process by which you'll be required to kind of really, really dig down and make it happen. Today we're going to cover a couple of foundational concepts to manifestation that will give you something to start with. Number one, anything that you want in life can be achieved by using manifestation techniques, as long as it's in harmony with abundance. And when I say that, I mean it is always in a positive sense. You're acquiring things because you want them for yourself, your family, your loved ones, and to elevate your life and to be happier. But it's not about anything else other than that. You don't want to take something from someone else or be better than anyone else. It's just all about you and elevating your lifestyle. Number two, know that you are already manifesting each and every day, each and every moment. We do this instinctively. What you need to know is that you are already doing it. You are already a manifester. But the only thing that it may be perhaps not there is your ability to do it intentionally for the things that you want. So what you want to do is learn some of these techniques so that now, once you identify the ways in which you are already manifesting, then you can go ahead and take those principles and techniques and now apply them intentionally to get what you want. So, that's exciting because to me, it's a very exciting concept. I've applied them personally in my life. I've had some wonderful results. I've manifested money. I've manifested a house. I've manifested leaving my job with money to survive. Those things were all wonderful so that I can move on and do the things and be here with you today doing what is my passion, helping others. It's about being intentional. You want to do it intentionally. Everything that is going on in your life today is a result of you manifesting, because manifestation incorporates mind, imagination, intention, emotions, expectations, subconscious and conscious mind. So it incorporates all of those things, which those are already at work in your life every day. Every day you do that. You already envision what your next step is going to be in your daily life. So you're already doing it. So you might as well do it on purpose to get the things that you want, to change your life in the ways that you really, really want to have in your life. You can intentionally create, and that's super exciting. Okay, so let's get to some more of it. You already have the tools that you need, which is something I believe I said earlier, that you already have the tools that you need. And the tools that you need are natural to you. It's nothing that you have to go out there and acquire or learn from anyone else. You already have them. All you need to do is learn how to use the tools that are already at your disposal and apply them and direct them in the way that will bring your desires into your life. Some of the tools are, number one, having the desire. Your strong desire is an actual tool, but it needs to be layered and working with other aspects of your being in order to be intentional in manifesting. The other thing is your imagination. Nothing in this world is ever created by anyone without it being a thought in their mind. And I don't mean just like a blip of a thought, but a thought that really creates it bit by bit. I mean, think of inventors, how they create the things that they invent. They're inspired by a desire to solve a problem or create something different that can come into the world, and they actually utilize their mind to create it first, and then they start to figure out how it's going to be done. So that's an aspect of manifestation right there. And the same with artists, creating music, the same thing. You have to, think about it first, think about how it's going to sound, and think about all the different instruments. So someone who's a composer, creates in that way, and that's an aspect of manifestation. So you have to see it in your mind extremely clearly, distinctly, and also have a desire for it to come into fruition. And then you have to have the clear picture of it, clear, crisp picture of it in your mind. And that's one of the important things. And now, another aspect of manifestation or tool that you have is your emotions. Okay, I said desire, which is an emotion, but also other emotions, happiness, good feeling, feeling elated, feeling confident. All of these different emotions also have positive emotions. Energy is another thing. We are energetic beings. Everything in the world is energetic. So we can use our own personal energy to apply that along with desire, emotion, which are also other aspects of energy, but just a different form, and our imagination. And then it has to be an extended focus on what you want. So that means, not just 5 seconds or whatever. It should be extended. It should be more than 20 seconds. The longer the better, because the more it becomes more tangible, not only in your mind, but in your spirit and in your emotion. So all that you want to manifest is already part of a potential. And what I mean by that is that when you think about the realm of creation, everything is already here. Nothing needs to be gotten from anywhere else. We're all in one universe. So everything is here right now. We are resonating at different frequencies, and we're existing right now in this life, in this world. And what you have is the spiritual realm, where there are potential manifestations. So everything that you want in life, the life that you want, is already a potential waiting to be activated and brought into this realm. And that takes resonating at a frequency that calls it into being. We are energetic beings, and so what we have to do is dial in to the frequency of what it is that we want. And how do we dial in? We dial in by using our imagination, by being very specific about what we want, and being having our extended focus, and on top of that, using our emotions to kind of be like the fuel that pulls it all together, and makes it this big energy of frequency that calls into being what you want to call into being. So what you have also at operating here is your conscious and your subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is sort of like it protects you. So it only can understand what it has proven already. It only knows, what you are capable of doing as what you have done already. But what you need to do is to have a thought process that, you imprint into your conscious mind on a consistent basis by doing the visualizations and affirmations are another aspect of spoken word is very important, and you sort of combine them with all the other different tools, and then you can you use a conscious mind to start to impress upon the subconscious mind. So this new concept of what you want or what is you are to have and what you're able to do. And so the subconscious mind, doesn't know real from not real. So as if it keeps receiving a certain thought or series of thoughts over and over again, it starts to pick it up as something that is real, starts to operate in harmony with that thing that you want to bring into being. And so that sets certain energies and emotion, synchronicities start to happen, inspirations. You have to remain very psychically open to inspirations for what you need to do in order to get where you want to go, as well as synchronicities will happen that will allow the opening of the way. One of the most important parts of this process is your visualization, your imagination, and see what you have to do is consistently on a regular basis create the scenarios in your mind of what you want. And doing it daily is great. Doing it twice daily is wonderful. Doing it 3 times daily is fantastic, because what you're doing is you're building up the energy, the frequency, and you're making it stronger and stronger and stronger, so that it really resonates in an extremely powerful way in order to bring through the things that you want to happen. And so that's why you need to do it regularly, and until it manifests. In the universe, the spiritual aspect of life doesn't have a timetable. We want things to happen in a week, a month, a year, 3 months. It all depends, but we have our own timetable, but the universe doesn't. You can set a time, but it happens when everything is ripe and ready, and then things start to happen. Now, the other thing that's an important aspect is also you need to, once you start to put these things in motions, even though you're doing it on a regular basis, once you've done a session of sitting, visualizing, putting emotion, putting detail, and strong feeling into what it is that you're thinking about on an extended basis, what you want. Once you finish doing that, then you need to leave it alone. You don't obsess about it. Don't, just let it go and let it happen. Do not remain attached, because remaining attached to it and obsessing over the outcome sends a message to the universe that I don't believe it. It's probably not going to happen. It's taking too long, and all of these. This is like counter to abundance, counter to law of attraction, counter to manifestation principles. It is counter to that. So you want to quell that, and you want to release it, release it, and let it go. As you continue on with your daily practice of manifestation, you want to do it fresh, like it's done the first time, with the same amount of energy and gusto and power and imagination and detail. So that you keep building upon what you've already started and building that momentum for manifestation. So being that we're utilizing these energy principles and parts of our being that we're already accustomed to using on a daily basis for regular life, the art of manifestation sounds simple. Okay, yeah, I'll just think about it. And it happens. Well, discipline is one of the other things that is required. Discipline and applying these techniques on a regular basis and really digging down, because what you find is that once you start to go into these meditations and these visualization sessions, other things start to come up for you that help you develop a stronger sense of visualization, a stronger sense of being able to call forth your emotions and call forth the energy. All of this is just a wonderful practice for you to get to know yourself even better as an energetic being. We know ourselves very well as a physical being, but as an energetic being, it's there, but we don't utilize it always. So when you're indulging in manifestation techniques, you get to be involved with yourself on an energetic level where you start to develop a strengthening of your connection to the non-material world, to the spiritual realm, to your higher self, because then you become more aware, because this brings an awareness of energies and principles and spirit. And if you have a spirit guide that you are aware of, you get closer to your spirit guide. You just start to really, really go within. You're going into your internal world every time you sit down and have a session. So that also, the benefit of that is getting stronger spiritually, getting more in tune spiritually, and and you start to figure out, because sometimes the things that you thought you wanted become not as important, and you start to really go after the things that really will make you happy. Because at the end of the day, what people want is to be happy, to be around other people whose company they enjoy, to feel that goodness all around, to be relaxed and not to have to worry, and to have just goodness and all around you, and that good feeling. It's not really about the thing, the possession. It's more about the feeling. So that's what we really want. But it's okay to have the comforts of life if that's what you want, or the circumstances in life if that's what you want. Whatever it is that you want, that you want to manifest, on the journey of manifestation, you will discover other things about yourself. You will uncover certain spiritual powers and abilities, and ways in which you can start to be comfortable and satisfied and fulfilled as you learn more about yourself on a spiritual basis. I mean, to me, that's one of the best things that we could have is, to be further and further in tune with ourselves and the divine, and have a life that is very, very enjoyable. Also, another thing that I want to add to is that the desire to make the world a better place is also extremely important in manifestation and in the law of attraction, because it's really not just about you. So I just wanted to throw that in there, because manifestation is not just about the acquisition of things. It's about digging deeper into yourself, learning to become that being, that person that will bring increase to others, and will help others, and will better themselves wherever, but will uplift where they are, wherever they go, because of how they resonate their energy and the value that they bring to the environments that they go to. So whether it's, you help your community, you build a center for children, you help elderly, you help the sick, the poor, the needy, you bring some kind of value to your environment. That's what this is all about. So if there's any other questions, please put them in the comments. I do read my comments, so I will get back to you. And the other thing is, if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share. Add to anyone else that you feel needs to hear this information. We want to get this out there so we get, as many people having a good life as possible, and that want to help others have a good life, and so that it can be a wave out into the world of goodness going all around. Now you can join us also on Instagram at Sacred Mysteries _WW. You can like us on Facebook, Sacred Mysteries Worldwide. If you're interested in finding out more about the Art of Manifestation, my book goes more in depth. It can be found on Amazon, and is under the title The Art of Manifestation by Reverend Mignon. That's Mignon Grayson. Grayson. I'll leave the link, of course, below. And you can get a deeper understanding of the principles discussed here. And there's much more as well. There's actual step-by-step techniques that you can take advantage of in the book. Come to our website, www.sacredmysteries.org. So I look forward to seeing you at the next video. And thank you for joining me, and see you soon.